The political temperature in Kisii reached boiling point when Gusii Stadium, the traditional home of Shabana FC, became the stage of a fierce rejection of President William Ruto's influence in the region. The crowd, drawn from Kisii and NYAMIRA counties, exploded into chants that carried one clear message: Ruto has no home there. The thunder of voices demanding his exit and mocking his leadership left no doubt about the shifting sands of politics in the Gusii community. The incident unfolded during a highly charged match between Shabana FC and APS BOMET. As the home team sealed a convincing victory, celebrations quickly turned into a political earthquake. The terraces shook not just with football songs, but with a deafening chorus of discontent directed at the head of state. In a region where politics often spills into every gathering, Ruto's absence did little to shield him from humiliation. Behind this uproar lies the unmistakable resurgence of Matiangi. The former Interior Cabinet Secretary has been quietly but effectively consolidating his position as the undisputed darling of the Kisii masses. While other politicians still lean heavily on tired alliances and recycled rhetorics, Matiang'i has tapped into the frustration and aspirations of his people. His name now rings out across Kisii, not as a mere politician, but as a possible national savior. The timing of the stadium drama could not have been worse for State House. Ruto has spent significant political capital trying to woo the Kisii community, hosting delegations at State House, showering the region with promises, and pushing allies like Governor SIMBA ARATI into his corner. Yet, the reality on the ground tells a different story. The people are restless, their loyalty is drifting, and their chants are evidence that no amount of staged handshake can erase the growing resentment.
Tupange mambo yetu vizuri, Munasema tuendelee na kazi ama munasema tufanye namna gani? Tuendelee ama tuendelee?
For Kisii residents, politics is never played in whispers. The crowd's fury was not just spontaneous football banter, it was an open rebellion, a declaration that Ruto's rule is increasingly viewed as distant, dismissive, and alien. The Gusii people, known for their bluntness, chose the biggest stage available to make their feelings clear. For many, this was more than a rejection of one man. It was a symbolic coronation of Matiang'i as the man of the moment. Ruto's predicament deepens when the role of SIMBA ARATI is factored in. The Kisii governor has long balanced himself between loyalty to Raila Odinga and cooperation with Ruto, but the chants at Gusii Stadium leave him trapped between two fires. Supporting Raila's candidate, who in this case is ironically Ruto, risks alienating his base that increasingly sees Matiang'i as their true champion. Remaining neutral could brand him as a coward. Throwing his weight behind Matiang'i could ignite war within ODM and the Azimio structure. ARATI's political dance is suddenly becoming a dangerous gamble. For Matiang'i, however, the storm is working in his favor. The bitterness at State House reflects the fear of a new power center emerging from Kisii. Unlike other regional leaders who bend and bow for favors, Matiang'i has built his brand on a no-nonsense reputation from his days in government. That image of firmness and integrity still lingers strongly among his people. The chants in Gusii Stadium were as much as a rejection of Ruto as they were of a declaration of faith in Matiang'i. What unfolded in that football arena should worry Ruto beyond measure. It was not a carefully staged political rally where crowds are ferried and speeches rehearsed. It was an organic outburst, raw and unfiltered, and that makes it far more dangerous. When ordinary citizens gathered for the simple joy of a football game interrupt their jubilation to send a political message, it signals a deeper wave of discontent that no security detail or political spin can suppress. The lesson from Kisii is brutal but simple. The president's charm offensive is collapsing in regions where disillusionment runs deep. Promises alone will not silence the hunger pangs or mask the pain of rising living costs. When the terraces erupt in fury, it reflects the frustrations of homes where breadwinners struggle to provide, where youth roam jobless, and where the government grant declarations sound like empty noises.
Watu wako na Fred Matiangi.
As Matiang'i continues to emerge as the face of hope in Gusii, Ruto faces the unenviable task of salvaging credibility in a region that now sees him as an outsider. The chants at Gusii Stadium may appear as just one incident, but in Kenyan politics, symbolism matters. In a country where football passion unites communities, the crowd's rejection of the president could echo far beyond Kisii. It might well be the spark that confirms Matiang'i not just as a local kingpin, but as a formidable contender for the highest seats of power.
Nimesema hivi, and I speak as the leader of this nation today. I want to ask the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. There is absolutely no reason why we are in the third world. We can be a first world country in the next 20 years if we do the right things.
For now, the truth stands tall. Gusii has spoken loudly and publicly. Whether a state house listens or dismisses the message as mere noise will determine how deep this political wound festers. But the taste left behind is bitter, and it is Ruto who must swallow it.
¡Venga! ¡Ya te viene bien libre de nada, Ruto! Mira, si me tu haré, me morí.